Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dylan, and I'm back again with another comic book review. And today, I want to talk about Spider-Man, Issue 1. Now, this is, written by J.J. Abrams, as we know, and his son, Henry Abrams. And, the beautiful art and, I'm guessing colors then, too, Sarah Pacelli. Actually, that's weird. It says, just the three names, in the front of the book, Sarah Pacelli. But once I looked in the back, it looks like I knew this too. Dave Stewart is on the color, is the one who does the colors. I knew that too, because when I was talking, Dave Stewart is a great color artist, and yeah, I don't know how I forgot that, but it didn't say in the front of the book, so that's why I totally slipped my mind. Man, I will tell you, um, I keep saying this every time because this story blew me away so much that I have to say it. I had no physical need or want to read this book the entire time. Ever since the announcement, I had I had no care in the world about this book. I was like, total cash grab. But I was flipping out my mind as soon as I saw one early review talking about how good this book was. I knew I had to pick it up, and that they weren't that they were leaving a big part of this story out. And yeah, um, my LCS was late, so otherwise I would have had this review out last week. Honestly, they had to order me. They couldn't get me the A cover, which honestly I wanted the die cut cover anyways. Beautiful cover, actually. Good paper too. It's the cardboard, and man, this was an amazing story. You know, basically, the previews that we got was literally like the first couple pages of the story. Those first couple previews with everything with basically, it's looking like Peter's, down out, and then there's this new guy, Cadaverous, um, and man, the second, this is definitely without it saying, this is definitely spoilers. Um, um, if you haven't read this issue, I highly suggest you go back and try to pick this issue up, because you can maybe still get the die cut cover. I know cover A was sold out, but you could maybe still get this one. Um, yeah. So MJ gets killed. Peter's fighting all these robots. He's getting surrounded. It's almost like in Endgame, when he's got all the alien monsters literally surrounding him, and then he does he tells MJ run, and man, she's like Tiger. She keeps calling him Tiger throughout the thing too, and man, it is brutal. I mean, look at boom, and then he just throws her too, man. Cadaverous, he just straight throws her over the bridge, kills her, and straight he's like tosses her like she's nothing, and he saves her. He dry and you know they it cuts right to Mary Jane's funeral, and basically there's like news. I believe they go like yeah, it's like news reports in the background talking like that he Spider-Man fought and defeated Cadaverous and his robots, or his well, I don't know what they called them. They're like murderous creatures, and he saved the city. And the biggest part is that Peter has a son. Peter and MJ have a son, and his name is Ben. I don't know if they do Ben Jr., but his name is Ben. So you see him as a little boy right here at the funeral, and then even a bigger spoiler comes. Just like Endgame, 12 years later, except not 12, obviously. It was the 5-year jump, but still, we get a big jump, and it's like, what? And this story takes a huge turn. This story isn't about Peter at this moment. This story has turned into Ben's story, and it's Ben in high school as a teenager, and what he does, and he's not getting picked on, but this young boy is getting picked on, and he decides to step in and help. Like, just like a superhero would. He doesn't have the abilities, not yet, but he still is willing to help and do the greater, do the greater good, and be a good person and help somebody out when they're in need. He ends up getting in trouble for it too. In the end, he ends up getting in trouble. He ends up in the principal's office in the end, and his father has to come pick him up. And from that battle, I didn't even notice this first take, but Peter's missing his arm from that battle. You see on the first page, his arm is all broken and his bone is literally popping out in the first page. And, or well, technically the second, or well, no, like the fourth panel. Wait, what the heck is it? Yeah, right. The bone popping right out. But man, so he has to go and talk to the principal. The thing is, though, that Peter is not actually like a full-time dad. He is usually, on the road, or in a different state for work. He's basically, he feels that his son doesn't need to be around him and that he's a bad role model to his son. So MJ, or not, Aunt May is the one who takes care of him. And, basically, everything's, one of the biggest parts that happen is, towards the end of the book, it looks like Cadaverous is keeping a tab on Peter, or something's going on, but Cadaverous is not dead. And, it goes to actually, Ben is having this nightmare about his mother. And then he wakes up and he's on the ceiling. And Aunt May comes in and she's like, I need to have a talk with you. Because Aunt May said to Peter, after everything that happened with the principal, she said that you should be around him. And he's like, if he is, like, because they say, he's looking like he's having the same type of side effects that, you had when you first got bitten. He might start having some changes happen in his teenage years, and he thinks that's exactly why I shouldn't be around him. But so, his Aunt May is like, come upstairs and shows him the attic, and basically, you see old throwback pictures, picture or a Daily Bugle badge for Peter Parker, and then he finds the suit, and he's like, whoa. So, man, I am so excited for issue 2. It goes without saying, I am so pumped for this. This is gonna be so good. So good. I cannot wait to see where this story goes next. Let me know what you guys thought. This was amazing. I cannot believe I was gonna pass up on this. In my experience, everything that I end up almost passing up on and then somehow getting it like last second, I almost end up always loving it like big time, and I'm like, holy crap, thank God I jumped on this. It's happened more than a few times, so every time I like have doubts on a book, I need to be like, you know what, pick it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this. And be on the lookout for some upcoming videos. If you could hit that like button, if you could hit the subscribe, and hit that bell button, because I'll have videos dropping every day, or I'll try to have at least one video come out a day. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.